Alright, here we are. Camping 2026. I have my tent lined up here. My folks put up this canopy for me. My stepdad got me this tarp, and I have stuck it to the rods with some zip ties. Where's the thing? And I've got my bed as usual. I don't have the lid to my tote anymore, so I can't really put that in here now. So there goes my nightstand, I guess. So it's no secret, this is the first time that we've been to the campground without my grandfather. And we didn't get the usual location that we got before. We didn't get the group section, like the recreation section. It's like that big field and everything. So we instead just kind of have the OG location, like back when, before our family got real big. We had a location that we liked to check out all at once, and this is it. Effectively, it's just that section there, and it goes all through there. Oop, my hand was making the focus go off. Usually we would have the kitchen right there, but circumstances are different. And since we don't have my grandfather's equipment to make the kitchen happen, this will also be the first year we are without that in, the entire time that this tradition has been a thing. So yeah, I'm trying to keep vehicle license tags off the screen because that's just going to cause more editing for me later. But yep, here we are, just chilling out, trying not to get stung. There's like yellow jackets everywhere. All right. Okay, day 2. It feels great out here. It is like just a pinch humid, but compared to yesterday, this feels great. It's like a solid, I would say about 70, 68 degrees, somewhere in there. It is a comfortable cool, and it has a little bit of moisture in the air, partially because of the river. So today, it has come to my attention that my sister is going to be the one feeding me meals. Yesterday, she offered to just go ahead and feed me some chicken tenders with her family, because she's got a pretty decent sized family. Everyone else is trying to support their own self and their own families and such at the moment, because since we're not centralizing around the same kitchen anymore, everybody's got their own kitchens. And my sister has one that's the most similar to my grandfather's when he had his. So very large tent, very large drape over top, covers up about two or three picnic tables, and she's got a pretty decent sized kitchen in there. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty uneventful today. We were kind of half expecting it to storm, and sorry, but I'm out here at the river. This is the old watering hole, the old swimming hole. The water has apparently risen up. There used to be a bit of a shore right here. Either people have moved all the rocks or something, and it has caused water to flow back through here again. This area seems to always change in some way. But out there, it's the same. It's got this long river, this flow down through here that people can tube down. You ain't gonna catch me on one of those again. I did it last year and I hated it. I was like, oh my God, literally thought my life was going to end. I have never been so scared. And it wasn't a good kind of scared. Like people say, oh, that's the thrill of it. That's what makes it fun. No, son. I don't feel like cracking my skull over a rock and calling that fun. So, yeah, nope. I am not a thrill seeker. But anyway, so this is day 2. It's real nice and cozy, actually. It's like I said, aside from the moisture, really good temperature. It is prime mountain temperature. Real nice and cool. And everybody's enjoying their time with, well, the kids are tubing. I've been playing my console. I was playing Elden Ring Randomizer. It put Consort Radahn right where Margit was again. I'm like, here we go again. The same problem I had before. And, so, yeah, it's, but I've been doing some stuff on the side as well, like playing with the kids with the cards. And, well, we haven't played Pokemon cards yet, but the point is, we tried new games like the Minecraft card game and the Tamagotchi card game, and they're pretty neat. They're definitely kid-friendly games. So, yeah, that's going to be all for me. I'm going to see you guys on tomorrow's video. So I couldn't seem to find a moment of privacy. This is still day 2. After I made that video, my grandmother snuck up on me and was talking to me. See, this is the first time she's been here in easily 30 years. And I do mean it when I say that we have been here every single year. Like, it is a family tradition that has spanned over decades. And my grandmother and my mom were much, much younger when my grandmother was last here. She came she came this time because my grandfather willed it before he passed. He said she should come again when I'm gone, because she's not going to be like the host of it like he was, but this really is a magical moment, because we have literally, my uncle said, we have everyone here. Like, it is the biggest turnout that the family has ever managed to pull together. We have my first cousin from out of state. We have my other cousin from out of state. Like, they're both in totally different parts of the country. And sometimes the other one is overseas. So we have my younger cousin here and my older cousin here. And my older cousin is in the Army. So he's stationed way out, and I think he's stationed way out in Arkansas, I think, is where he's at. And my younger cousin, he's a ministry, so he goes all over the country and overseas preaching with his wife. And he does him. That is a respectable thing to do. Everyone supports him for that, and he gets funding and all that. But I think he's stationed somewhere out in the middle of the U.S. as well. So coming all the way over to the eastern side of the U.S. is a big feat, a very large, task. And the fact that they were able to make it, my uncle was able to make it, my mom and my grandmother were able to make it, my brother and sister, of course, they were going to make it. This is the entire family, and that is like unprecedented. We've never been able to have the entire family here for the entire week. Usually my cousin would have to leave early. If you guys remember my last vlog about this, my last vlog, my cousin had to leave abruptly, and my younger cousin wasn't even here that year. So you had my uncle wasn't here, my younger cousin wasn't there, my older cousin had to leave early. So yeah, it's truly a magical trip this time. Literally everyone made it, and that's a miracle. Like, I know my voice doesn't sound too excited, and it doesn't sound too, wackily, wacky and like ecstatic about it, but really, this is a wholesome, magical moment. Everyone is here, for the exception of my dad and that side of the family. But they weren't really the ones that came here. It was always my mother's side of the family. And dad was more than welcome to come, but unfortunately he couldn't get the vacation time, and that would also mean we would have to tote all 5 dogs and 2 cats with us, and it's not possible. He's currently holding down the fort for me and all that. So I just want to put this extra blurb in there. This is still day 2. I just came out to my car to get a little bit of privacy to talk about that. Thank you guys for being patient with me, and if you are watching this video, thank you so much. Right now, my car is a literal mess. I've got water, my Ally chips, some Dr. Pepper and stuff. My cooler's got the ice in it. I bought this charger off Amazon to charge my Ally and my Switch 2, because believe it or not, this thing will definitely charge the Switch 2 quicker. It's a 65 watt. I had to buy it off Amazon because that was the only way I was going to find one that plugged straight into the thingy. Back seat is a complete mess, but that's par for the course. As long as the driver's seat's clean, I'm good. Anyway, so yeah, everything's going smoothly, and all that. So I just extra little feature here for day 2. I'll be back with day 3 tomorrow. Yeah, once again, thank you for being, thank you for watching, and, enjoy the rest of the video. Oh man, smell that beautiful smelling mountain air. Wow, what a day. This has been fantastic weather. It was a little moist, a little moisture was in my bed when I woke up because of all the rain we got last night, but man, today it has been a clear blue sky, not too hot, not too much sun. It has felt great all day. This is probably the best campground weather I've ever had here. It's not too moist, not too dry, but that's, not too hot, not too cold. It's good. It's like right, perfect temperature. So yeah, today was, I don't even know if I should bring this up. It was an accident. So I'm just gonna talk about the elephant in the room. Well, I was driving my car, trying to go get some ice, and somehow I did not see this kid coming across with his bicycle. We both didn't see each other because there was a big tree in the way, and he came and careened into my car. It looked like I hit him, but I was like, oh god.
Dude,
and,
are you crazy?
Okay, my cousin came up and played a prank on me. But, yeah, so I didn't mean for that to happen. I kind of bumped him well, actually, he ran into me more than I hit him. I just stopped. When the speed limit around here is 10 miles per hour. I was going that. It wasn't like I was speeding. And he just pulled out in front of me, and he had so much speed, he just, boom, ran into my car. And I was like, okay, dang, spooked me, spooked him, spooked everybody in the camp, and, my cousin was like, 10 miles per hour, it's 10 miles per hour. And I'm like, I was going 10 miles per hour. What do you want from me? Though, when I got back, there wasn't no lecture to be had. There wasn't anything like drama to be had. The kid told me he was doing fine, and my cousin even made the joke, said, how many more did you hit on the way out? And he was giggling about it. And I was like, bro, no. But anyway, outside of that, today has been okay. We played cards today a lot. A lot of the Pokemon card... Well, we played a lot of Pokemon card games. And Aaron's deck is... the Fire Cinderace deck has been kicking everyone's butt because it can snipe. It can do bench damage to attack from a distance. And I'm feeling pretty bad about that, but it's like one of those extremes. If I give them a counter to stop him from sniping, his deck is going to not really have a purpose. So, Then there's, the other matches that we've had today are really good. I generally have been having a great time. These kids are getting really smart, dude. Aaron with his... well, I probably shouldn't be dropping names, honestly, but anyway, the Cinderace deck kid was sniping crucial parts of people's decks. He's getting really smart with that. And then the electric deck is doing really well, shockingly well. Pun. Anyway, and my fire deck was doing good, and yeah, so all this good stuff. So generally speaking, it's been a great day. I've been playing my Elden Ring randomizer a little bit, and it's It has really been upsetting me, but just walking around doing my own thing, I guess. So tomorrow, I don't think there's anything planned this week at all. I think we're just all chilling and having a good time as family. So, anywho, I'm gonna end here because it's already 4 minutes. So, yep. See y'all in part 4. Yeah. Okay, welcome back to day 4. It is once again beautiful weather. We haven't had any rain hardly, knock on wood. And, I mean, it rained a little bit on day 2, I think. But, yeah, this weather's perfect. It's the perfect level of cool. You can smell the river. Oh, man. This has probably been the most, pleasing, camping trip yet. There's not been any trouble, hardly. Now this morning it was pretty chilly when I woke up. I didn't even realize it was cold until I got out of my blankets, and I was like, holy cow. It was cold. It was probably around the 55s, and I would guesstimate around that. Had to put on my hoodie almost right away. Got myself dressed. I nearly fell out of the bed. Okay, it was like, I think the cold made my mattress deflate a little bit, and something happened where I just started falling forward, and I suddenly grabbed myself with my arm, and I put myself back in bed, and I was like, fucking damn it. I was like, I am not hitting the floor. So that's the first time I've ever almost fell out of the bed like that for this mattress. Probably have to put in a little bit of air in it before I go to bed tonight. But yeah, other than that, today has been great. We went out and did some souvenir shopping. See, I tongue tie even when I'm not streaming. Yeah, we did some souvenir shopping today, and I got some magnets with my dog's names on it, like Baby, Buddy, and Libby. Oh, I couldn't find Buddy, so I found Baby, Mocha, and Libby. That's what it was. I'll have to find Buddy later. They're like little magnets, and since my new desk is metal now, I can stick them on it. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stick them on the edges of the desk, and they're gonna be like little badges on it. Unfortunately, it was unfortunate I couldn't find anything for Buddy though. I'll just have to find one later. But yeah, aside from it being chilly this morning and all that, we did some more card games today. We played a lot of the Pokemon TCG, and Aaron's, the kids deck with Cinderace in it is still just mopping the floor with everybody. Then I fixed the Kingdra deck, the water deck. I fixed it to where it runs a little bit better now, and it just takes a little bit of setup. The Leafeon deck was also kind of lacking, so I fixed it too. And now pretty much the only one I haven't fixed is the Lightning deck, because the Lightning deck has been popping off too. It's been doing really well. The kid that's playing it has gotten very familiar with the strategy, and we have referred to it as the rail cannon strategy because you fire it off for 240 damage by discarding energy from the bench, and then reloading the bench with energy by using Dynamotor to pull it back from the discard pile. So basically it's like reloading a gun and firing off. So we call it the rail cannon. Really effective strategy. It beat me. I just battled him a minute ago with my super overpowered nuclear Ninetales deck, and I still got my butt kicked. So it was because my deck, the Ninetales deck, doesn't have a whole lot of HP, so it kind of folds to anything that hits above 140 damage, which is really easy when you get into the more modern power creep. And I'm just nerding out now. Sorry, but yeah. He beat me today because low HP pull and all that. So we had some bad news drop. I didn't exactly expect this. I thought they were staying the whole week, but my brother's crew is leaving tomorrow, and so this was the last time I was going to be able to play cards with them. I would say at least 30% of the camp is leaving because of their family. Like they have a pretty decent chunk of the campground here between their kids and themselves. So, yeah, we're gonna miss them a little bit because we still are gonna be here for another 3 or 4 days. I'm staying here until Sunday. It's Thursday right now, so yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm out of here because I gotta leave it. I gotta leave on Sunday and come back on Monday. Not leave on Sunday, get a little bit of rest between that on Monday, and then go back to work on Tuesday. So that sucks, but it is what it is. That's just how it goes. Vacation is over before you know it. Alright, well that's pretty much it for me. As far as I know, my cousin and others are leaving on Sunday as well, so I'm not the only one leaving on Sunday. So yeah, anyhow. The reason why my brother needs to leave is it's work-related reasons outside of that, and also, visitation with his kids. I think, the moms are going to have to get their visitation and all that. It's a bunch of stuff that needs to be taken care of. So anyhow, I'm going to end this video now. It's almost a 6-minute segment. I'll see y'all tomorrow. They finally got married. It's been 3,000 years. I think it's time for a change of scenery. So welcome in, everybody. I'm just going to decide to walk on the road today and look at the woods instead of the river. So this is part 5 of the campground vlog. Got all these trees out here, trying to keep signs off the screen and everything else. So I'll end up editing those out. Alright, so today, and I'm going to go ahead and say forgive me if I start to sound a little winded from walking, but it is what it is. So today was pretty uneventful again, but man, it was even colder than it was last time. So I'm sleeping with my clothes on next time, because I was down to my pajamas. But that wasn't enough. I ended up waking up and putting my shirt back on. It was too freaking cold. So here we are walking down the road. This is what me and my family, when we would ride bikes through here, this is what we would consider Cruise Road. We would come down this way instead, but I'm actually walking the correct way on how you're supposed to go. And it was just a nice little cruise all the way down to the very end of the campsite, and it's just a decent drive anyway. But yeah, so today my brother my brother had to leave early because it just was his time to go due to real life circumstances. And there's a car sneaking up behind me, so I'm gonna have to take a little sub route here. And I'm going to try to hurry because he's waiting on me to get out of the way. Never mind, he turned. But I'm going to turn anyway because I shouldn't go up this far. So yeah, my brother had to leave early today. And we normally would stay the whole week. But he had some job-related stuff and kid-related stuff to take care of and get squared away. So yeah, so they left today. So it's going to be a little less entertaining now because my brother was a good portion of the camp. And now you guys might recognize this area up here. That's where we used to camp as of the past few years. And you can also tell this might be, you might recognize that this is where I went down the hill all the way down on the skateboard and got down to the bottom of the campground. So yeah, same place as we went into last year and every other year. I'm trying to think of more topics to talk about. We played more of the TCG, and it was last night, and Man, that Cinderace deck is just whooping everybody. But today we just kind of haven't done anything related to the TCG. I was goofing off on my consoles today. I have both my Switch 2 and my Xbox Ally. And I've been playing the Elden Ring randomizer and just barely making it by on the Elden Ring randomizer. It's coming along. It's just it's a struggle. It's not giving me any weapons to use Ashes of War on. To give a idea, because like it's not giving me any slack to work with here. But then on Tomodachi Life, some big things happened. At some point in the video, I'm going to put what it was. I wanted to just kind of add it in as a little side blurb thing. Right here's the river again. It goes all the way down the campsite. Hold on. Okay, so the weather is a bit on the warmer end today. And, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to really talk about. The bees today have been really bad. Like, we've had numerous incidents, not like stingings or anything like that, but just, you know, there are so many yellow jackets this year. I don't know where they're all coming from. Yellow jackets, wasps, whatever you want to call them. And they're a real pain in the butt because they're just making everybody's life terrible. Like, I haven't been able to sit anywhere. I haven't been able to sit anywhere near the campground or the campsite, the tables or anything, because the minute I do, bam, there's another yellow jacket trying to land on something that I'm doing. And I'm like, you piece of dude, like, go away. It is a royal pain to have them constantly invading, but it is what it is, I guess. It comes with being outside. But yeah, so I think I'm going to end that here. Again, not really much has happened, aside from me just trying to get things to work on my consoles, and like I managed to get ZRPG actually working on it. I found out what was crashing it, and I fixed it. But I had some ice cream today. I went and got some banana pudding ice cream. Really good. It's made by Bluebell. You can look it up sometime. But yeah, I think I'm going to end that here because really, I mean, both my cousin and my brother left today. I forgot to mention my cousin. My younger cousin left. So, yep, it's just me and my sister's folks, my older cousin and his kids and all that. So, yep. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, so real quick, I want to apologize. I might have got my days mixed up. So I'm leaving Sunday, which is technically day 6. So that makes today day 5, not yesterday. I guess I just got a little mixed up. So I don't know, just randomly throw that out there. I'm driving to town right now. It decided to be a very rainy day today, so I'm just gonna drive out to Walmart and get something real quick. Yeah, I'll get an actual vlog out here in a second. Boy, look at all them elks. Oh damn, I have a Firehouse Subs here. This has easily been one of the best decisions I've ever made. Is he the wolf? Why yes, of course I know him. He's me. This is hands down the best New York style pizza you will ever get. Hey, so real quick, we're going to do an audio overlay here. This video, unfortunately, has a lot of name dropping, and I want to protect those that are in the video. So basically what we're looking at is a really old amphitheater. It was used for things like speeches or used for safety presentations and things you should do and should not do at camp. But there was also such thing as like where they would go over things like mythology about like the Indian mythology, because this was in in a location that was like a Indian reserve, and there was also things like it was mostly educational what they held here, and clearly they have unfortunately let the place go, and a lot of vegetation has taken over. So yeah, it was I had to wait until I got home to record over this, so yeah. That's pretty much it. Let's not beat around the bush, guys. This is where the last campground and my grandfather last stayed at. Unfortunately, we couldn't keep it this time because his wife sold off the campground sites before we could do anything about them when he passed away. This one's going to be a bit sad. So it's like a moment of reflection, okay? I unfortunately did not get a picture with my grandfather last year. The latest picture I have of him on my phone is in 2024, which was still at this site, just like last year. But due to circumstances involving his death, we weren't able to keep a hold of the sites because of his greedy wife. His wife tried to do everything to get rid of everything he owned and sell it. I have never seen a more greedy woman in my entire life. It was pathetic what happened. I can't go through this whole video without addressing what happened. When my grandfather passed away, it was a shock to everybody. And he was the center point on this trip. He was the whole reason why we came. We're so distant, apart from each other as a family, that this was the one time everybody got together and was a family, you know? This campsite meant a lot to us. It meant a lot to everyone. We've been coming up here for 40 plus years, non-stop. There may have been a break here and there, and that was involving like when kids were being born and stuff like that, and families got busy and everything else. But I cannot go through this entire video for 2026 without addressing this whole situation. We came up here on our own volition. We still made camp happen. And it's only right for us to try to keep the tradition going for as long as we can. It's not cheap to hold down these campsites, and we're going to have to pitch in as a family to pull it off. I even offered to pitch in as well, and I just need to know when they want to do that. Like, whenever the trip is being planned, inform me and I will pitch in money, you know, that kind of thing. I don't know anything until people tell me. And unfortunately, I'm one of those people that just don't get told anything. It's not because I don't want to listen. It's because nobody literally tells me. And I'm sitting there left in the dark. I hope you guys understand. I couldn't make this vlog without addressing this. And I couldn't make this vlog without him making this a tradition. It's because of my grandfather we even know about this place, you know? And I'm not choking up. I'm not getting emotional. But it's impossible for me to make this without mentioning him at least once. Or at least making a solid one video devotion to him. He was a good man. He only wanted the best, and man, did he love fishing. He loved fishing this river. And that's what makes that picture that my dad got for me and my siblings so important. It's a picture of him, just a perfect photo shoot shot of him casting his fishing rod in this very river. Doing what he enjoyed best. I promised I wouldn't cry, so I'm trying to hold back. So, decades, literal decades of tradition. And we're going to keep it up the best we can. I just hope you guys understand what that means. Our family has been coming up here since before I was born. Since before my dad even met my mom. Since before my mom was even young enough or even old enough to conceive. They have been coming up here. Literal decades of tradition. And I don't think the campground really realizes what kind of impact it has on our family. But, I mean, they're just doing their job. It's like, sir, this is a Wendy's. You know, like it's a little bit how I want to say it, unsentimental to think of it that way. But the thing is, there's people here that cried over him after knowing what happened. But I really shouldn't make this as happy and sad as it is. But I can't go to this entire vlog without mentioning it. It would not be right. I hope you understand. We've been coming up here since before I was born. That's just a miracle that this place has stayed around and stayed as beautiful as it has for decades and decades. But that's just giving a full scope of the magnitude of how much importance this trip had. How important it was for us to keep going without him. The one who started it all. It shows perseverance. It shows determination. It shows resolve. But man, has it been hard. I need to stop. But I guess you could say this is my devotion to my grandfather and how much it meant to everyone that came up here every year. And I'm sorry for getting sappy and crying, but come on, guys. It's only human. I'm sorry, it's only wolf. It's just a natural occurrence, a natural reaction. I just hope you stick through the video regardless, because I know some people are going to click off the minute they hear me start crying. Anyway, today, outside of all of this, it's just been a normal day. Everybody's just been kind of sitting around. My cousin is planning on leaving today because tomorrow it's supposed to rain really bad today, but it's supposed to be nearly as bad tomorrow, and that's going to make packing up impossible. So they're going ahead and packing up, and I've almost thought about doing the same. But regardless, guys, I really appreciate you watching this. I can't state it enough. I may not have the traffic and the crowd and the community that I hope to have in the future, that I would hope starts to grow eventually. But what you get from me is passion. What you get from me is emotion. I do my best to remain passionate and have commitment to my community and everybody in it. We may be small now, but I'm sure it'll grow. But I'm going to go ahead and end off here, and I'll see you guys on the next video after I've already packed up and ready to go. Thank you guys so much for watching so far. Well, I don't know why my phone glitched out right there, but it did. So I had to redo the video. So here we go. So the final day has set on this camping trip. It's been a crazy week, and you guys might notice something, that I'm not sleeping on that mattress. Well, it's because my cousin gave me an army cot. This is my normal blankets here and my normal pillow, but it is a army cot. And believe it or not, I actually slept good on it. The dang thing is hard as a rock compared to that thing. And somehow I slept better. I don't know. Like, sure, my mattress at home is kind of firm because it's a memory foam mattress. But not quite this firm, and it showed because I started having some pains in my hip and my legs when I woke up this morning. But aside from that, I only woke up once to go to the bathroom, and that was it. Like, I actually slept a normal night's sleep, and I was just like, what happened? I'm sleeping on basically a rock. But it ain't all bad. Like, it actually felt pretty okay once I got used to it, but it was the aftermath that made me feel a little bit of pain. But yeah, so I got me a little mattress topper. It's like just to help with the thickness and, you know, the feeling of the mattress, so it's not as tough and, you know, all that to sleep on. So, because like I was saying before on the last video, I was tossing and turning on this one like a Krabby Patty. I was just all over the place, and I could not stay asleep for nothing. But on this thing, I only woke up once. I don't understand the magic behind that. But yeah, so here we are. I gotta go to bed. I'm gonna wake up in the morning and take down this tent, hopefully in a reasonably short time. Deflate this mattress, of course, before that, and try to figure out how to take this cot apart. My cousin is apparently going to be here tomorrow morning. My grandmother already left. She ran out of clothes. My brother is gone. He left yesterday. And my cousin started packing up today because it was supposed to be raining a lot. And it did rain a little bit, but then after that it was over. But he said that it can't get packed up wet because it's a canvas tent and it was going to mold. So he didn't want that to happen, and I completely understand. But that meant he had to pack up early. I think they might be staying at a hotel tonight, just to make it easier. But as far as I know, they are coming back in the morning to help break down camp, because everyone is leaving tomorrow. It's apparently supposed to come down really hard throughout the week. They're calling for flash flood warnings and stuff like that. So we need to get out of here. It's going to come down hard. So yeah, I'm going to be back home, hopefully later in the afternoon, before the rain happens. And I'm going to upload all these clips to a video, and I'm going to put a little forewarning on the day 6 video, you know, the one earlier today, because it gets a little sappy and emotional, and I apologize, but it just had to be done. Like, you know, I don't want to get all super meta here, but there's just some things you're going to have to accept. And, like, you know, a lot of the reason why I take such enjoyment out of streaming, for the whole reason of me streaming, is to get my mind off that stuff, have a good time, laugh. Most importantly, laugh, joy. And yeah, I mean, this is a weird tangent and a rabbit hole, but in like a video like this. But the thing is, I've said this before um, in my story of my life video. The whole reason why I started this whole thing is just to have joy, enjoyment, laughter, and just having a great time with my chat, my community, the people who have followed my art for years, and now the people who are following my channel for hopefully years. Um, so we're trying, and I'm trying to make my community bigger, because by the end of the day, it's it is an attempt to find a community and become more popular with that community. So I'm sorry for this random tangent there, but yeah, it's just stuff that crosses my mind. If I have to say it, I will. You know. um, but I really appreciate you guys listening in. This week has been interesting to say the least. It's been emotional. It's been a blessing. It's been a miracle. It's been such a change, you know. Like every night before bed, we would settle around the campfire and listen to him talk. Anything, everything that crossed his mind, we would just let him talk. We would sometimes conversate about this, about that, and I'd talk about like his days at work, his days in the army, and even, Bible stories, because I'm just gonna sit here and yammer. I think it's the marshmallows. I had 2 marshmallows before I came in here, and I'm wide awake. But let me tell you, they were perfect. I got 2 perfectly roasted marshmallows, no black, just a tan golden color. So good. I nailed it. Anyway, anyway, they're keeping me up. But I need to go to bed because it's like 11. And this has already went on for longer than I intended. We're going on 8 minutes now. But you guys, seriously, I can't thank my community enough. You guys are like my world, outside of my world. You know what I mean? I'm doing everything I can to make y'all happy, and giving you a reason to stick around and all that goodness. But yeah, I'm going to end off here, and I will have the next part, which is day 7, effectively, where I've already packed up and leaving. So, good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, I got her all packed up. I got her all packed up. I got her all packed up. I got my driving buddy. And here we are at the river again. So, I apologize, first of all, if you're still here. I apologize for all the sappy and sad stuff that I talked about today, or yesterday. But it did get kind of mellowed out here, and people were a little sad that, camp was ending, and I have to admit, I was a little sad too. But we'll be back next year, as usual. Next time we'll hopefully have the group section available to us, and we can camp out there again. But I would say overall this week has been great. Like, make no mistake, I'm happy to have made this trip again, and I'm definitely happy that we as a family persevered and made this trip happen. Because against all odds, we definitely just could not have made it, Like, when his wife sold off the campsites that we had to scramble to get something that was, relatively close to each other, because, so many people come in and out of this place that most of the time they just kind of are like little spotty spots all over the place, and they're like, one person staying the night over there, one person staying the night over there, and we couldn't find a decent day to do it all. And I had already made the request for my vacation during this week from the 27th to the 3rd. So Mom, I guess, got really lucky, and the places that she managed to rent were all close together, similar to how we used to be before we went to the group section. So the fact that this even happened was a miracle, and that's just how it is. We could have totally ended up either so far apart from each other that it was not even worth it, or just not been able to take this trip at all if things didn't line up right. So it really is a blessing and a miracle that we made it here with everybody together like it was. The only drawback is that my sister's tent was a good distance away from everybody else. And, you know, we had to walk basically a good, 100 feet or so to get to her tent. But, you know, everything else was close together. My brother's tent, my uncle's tent, my cousin's tent, the list goes on. My tent and my mom's tent, we were basically across the road from each other. So it worked. It worked out. So as soon as my mom gets here, I'm going to give her a hug, take a picture with her and the family each, and then I'm going to head out. And when I get home, I'm going to take a well-needed shower because, Lord, I feel dirty. And today is not helping matters. The moisture level is insanely high today. I'm sweating just standing here. I'm not hot, it's just wet. Like, there is so much moisture in the air. It is sticky, it's muggy. I'm just glad there's not like a lot of heat to go with it and make it humid. So I would say overall this trip was great. It was amazing that we even made it. So I will not, complain at all. Like, I won't complain about any of it. Back. Piece of oatmeal in my mouth. We still made it as a family, and that's what mattered. As Vin Diesel would say, it's all about family. All right. So as soon as my mom gets here, I'm leaving. So till then, I will see you guys either today or tomorrow, because I'll have this video edited and everything by the end of the night, Sunday, and I'll have the video uploaded hopefully Monday, tomorrow. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize for the sappy, emotional stuff, but it had to be said. It had to be talked about. It had to be brought up. Sorry, but I mean, that is how it is. So, anywho, see y'all later. Bye for now.